tactic Stone uses is actually quite popular. Is he uses a very star-studded cast for this movie. He first attributed this tactic for when he watched The Longest Day. That's actually where he got his inspiration. The Longest Day is a war movie, 1962. It's got a lot of big-name actors in it. And most directors do this because it makes a very hard film to watch. It makes it very enjoyable. So for instance, this movie, it is very long, it's kind of tedious, and it's also just a hard subject to watch. I mean, you have to watch the assassination of Kennedy multiple times, and just having that star-studded cast, it kind of brings a familiar face and kind of makes it more enjoyable to watch. This was used in the Thin Red Line, which we all had to watch in class. And a lot of the big name actors in this movie, Kevin Costner, Sissy Spacek, Gary Oldman, Kevin Bacon, they just make the movie more enjoyable as a whole. So there's just one more thing that I had to put in here. This movie has such a striking resemblance to another movie that is very similar. It's called The Untouchables. It was made right before JFK, and I can't help but think that it had some role in how this movie was cast and how it was played. Both movies star Kevin Costner as kind of an underdog detective that is hunting out this impossible crusade. In the Untouchables, it's Al Capone, and in JFK, it's seeking justice for Kennedy. So in both movies, they have like very star-studded casts, lots of big names, and they're kind of both thriller movies. The only difference being is JFK has a lot less action, I would say. A lot of the action happens behind the scenes. The viewer never gets to see it. Whereas in The Untouchables, the action is up in your face. You're seeing everything. You're seeing all the shootings. You're seeing all the action. Both movies have very similar musical choices, lots of high-pitched sounds that incite panic, that incite tension. Both really good detective thriller movies. So just to give an example of what I'm talking about, these are two scenes from both the movies. They're both interrogation scenes, and you can really tell if you watch both of them, there's a lot of similarities. There's a lot of high energy from the actors in the scene. There's a lot of tension, and even the music is extremely similar in both situations, except for in JFK, all the energy is coming from the witness. He's really all over the place. He's very energetic. And in The Untouchables, the scene on the right, the action is coming from the people who are doing the interrogating and not so much from the witness. And just another warning, the Untouchables scene is kind of graphic, so if you're squeamish to that kind of stuff, I would not watch it.
Black, just give it. Black. Shit, my neck is killing me. I got cancer. I've had it for years. I've been working with mice, trying to find a cure.
Did you ever work for the CIA?
You make it sound like some remote fucking experience in ancient history. Man, you don't leave the agency. Once you're in, they got you for life.
Shaw?
Shaw's an untouchable. Highest clearance. Shaw, Oswald, the Cubans, all agency.
About Ruth.
Jack was a pimp. He was a bagman for the Dallas mob. He used to run guns to Castro when he was still on our side. We almost had Castro with us, then we tried to whack him. Everybody's flipping sides all the time. It's fun and games, man, fun and games.
But the mob, dude, how are they taking this?
The agency too, man. CIA and the mafia working together, trying to whack out the beard, mutual interest. They've been doing it for years. It's the greatest thing you could dream. Well, check out something called Mongoose, Operation Mongoose. Government, Pentagon stuff. They're in charge. But who the fuck pulls whose chain? Who the fuck knows? Oh, what a deadly web we weave when we practice the deceit.
And who killed the president?
Oh, man, why don't you fucking stop it? Shit! This is too fucking big for you. You know that? This is who did the president? Who killed Kennedy? Fuck, man! It's a mystery! It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma! The fucking shooters don't even know! Don't you get it? Fuck, man! I can't keep talking like this. You're gonna fucking kill me! I'm gonna fucking die! Son of a bitch! I don't know what happened.
Tom.
All I wanted in the world was to be a Catholic priest, live in a monastery, pray, serve God. I had one fuck.
But you got a heading here, circuit court? You got a heading here, circuit court? What is this?
Nothing. It's nothing
It's
you can
nothing?
make out of it.
What is this?
If we can establish that any of these coded entries indicate payment to Capone, then we can put Capone away.
I want you to tell us which one of these entries is Al Capone.
It's A. Costa. Is that your code name for Capone?
You're gonna do the whole thing in the joint unless you help us here, pal.
Wait.
You're gonna talk, huh?
Out.
I'm gonna be begging to talk, or somebody's gonna talk.
You dirty son of a bitch!
Enough out of you.
Hey, come on, dude. On your feet. I need you to help me to translate this book, huh? And I'm not gonna ask you a second time. I'm gonna count to 3. Well, what's the matter? Can't you talk with a gun in your mouth? 1. 2. 3.
I'm going to tell you whatever you want. What do you want to know?
And don't let him clean himself till after he talks. Now, ask him what you want to know.
All right. Okay, I want to know the name of the bookkeeper. I want a complete translation of the code. I want complete information. Mr. Ness!
You're not to approve of your methods.
Yeah? Well, you're not from Chicago.